Hello everyone, welcome to Ash and Me Sports Talk. This is our next video. This video is about a review of the Match Week 1 matches in the English Premier League. Lot of interesting matches. The contenders have laid down their markers. The champion has stuttered. So let's go straight to the review. So Ashwant, how did you enjoy the Match Week 1?
I enjoyed it a lot. There were lots of interesting matches, many goals, and there were a few upsets, and there were no draws. So it was a good start to the Premier League.
Yeah, there's no draws, right? So
Yes.
that's an interesting start to the Premier League. Great start. So which team impressed you the most?
The team which impressed me the most are United and Brentford and Tottenham as well. United impressed me because I think everybody knows the reason. They thrashed Leeds United by 5 goals to 1. Pogba and Fernandes were the stars. And Brentford, it's their first game for top tier football, and they won against Arsenal, who, even though they are not the best team in the Premier League for now, for Brentford they will be like a very hard team. So I think Brentford impressed me. And Tottenham, without Harry Kane, Tottenham on paper will look like a mid-table squad, but they played against City as though they were the champions last season, or at least they were in the top, like they were in the top 4 last season. So Tottenham also impressed me.
Yeah. For me, United seemed to be the best team as per Week 1 matches. For me, it was a throwback to the Ferguson era. They were so attacking, right? They were so attacking, and free-flowing game was there to be seen for the Manchester United fans. And the match happened at Old Trafford, and the
73,000 fans.
yeah, 70,000 fans were there, and they must have enjoyed it a lot, right? And definitely, the player of the week for me was Paul Pogba. So I think it is a real joy to see Pogba play like this. Like, I think when his mind is in the game, there are hardly very few players in the world who can match Pogba's talent. So he created 4 chances, right? Out of, I think, United thrashed Leeds United by 5 goals to 1, and Bruno Fernandes scored a hat trick in that match.
Paul
And,
Pogba hit 4 goals out of the 5 goals.
Okay, and there are 4 assists from Paul Pogba out of the 5 goals. So that's a great start to United. And moving to the other contenders, Chelsea and Liverpool, they also were off to a winning start, both winning by identical margins, 3 goals to 0. Chelsea won against Crystal Palace, and Liverpool against Norwich City, all by 3 goals to 0. So Ashwant, what about Chelsea? What are your views on Chelsea and Liverpool?
Chelsea played dominantly and they were controlling from the start. Liverpool had a slow start to the game, but eventually they grew into it. The front three were back together. It was such a pleasure seeing them to play well again. When Salah was playing well, but last season, on the season before, Firmino wasn't at his best, and last season Mane was not at his best. So it's good to see the much once feared trio play well again.
Yeah.
As for Chelsea, Chalobah was the star of the show. And Marcos Alonso's free kick, even though I don't know if it should have been given as a free kick in the first place, but anyways it was given, and I think he converted it really well. Chelsea, as I told, controlled it from the start, and Werner played average again. So without like a very good striker at front, they won 3 goals. What if there's and Lukaku has just arrived, who's a quality striker, and if he plays with them, I don't know. I can't imagine how many goals they'll score.
Yeah. I think for me, Chelsea looked really strong actually.
Yes.
So because they had that, I think almost 70 to 75% of the possession was with Chelsea, and they controlled the game pretty much.
Yes.
And as far as Liverpool, I think as you said, the fear threesome and in the front were there, but I think Jota was starting the match, right?
Yes,
He
Jota
the match with
started,
Jota.
but
Yeah.
the second half he got subbed off. I think.
Subbed off with Firmino, right?
Who eventually scored.
So Chelsea and Liverpool are off to a winning start. And moving on to the upsets of the week. So for me, the upset of the week was the win of Spurs over City. City, the champions Manchester City, looked little bit jaded and a little bit tired, and Spurs were attacking them with a lot of counter attack. And the pace of the front trio of Spurs, Son, Bergwijn, and Lucas Moura, it was like pretty much like they were very pacey, and sometimes I felt that the City defenders were not able to keep up with the counter-attacking
Yes.
pace of the front trio of Spurs. So what do you feel about City?
It was a disappointing performance. They had a very good start to the game, created lots of chances. Grealish, the new £100 million signing, had a very early chance, like he darted into the penalty box, but he didn't convert it. But Grealish had a good game, but not £100 million quality of a game. I would have expected better from him, but saying that it was against Spurs and it's his first game, so I don't want to judge him immediately. And City are looking very not good defensively. Spurs constantly hit them with the counter attack. Tanganga, even though he made a lot of fouls and played a dirty game from the beginning, he had a very good game. He was solid at the back. Tanganga was rock solid at the back. He didn't let Morris, Torres, and Grealish, De Bruyne when he came go past him. When Oliver Skip had a very good game, at TDM he was controlling the game. And Sean, even though he was selfish at the beginning, when he scored the goal, I think he played very well. Mora and Burgoyne were at their best, and I think it's one of their best games they have played for a long time. Burgoyne could have scored that opportunity, but
Yeah. There are some opportunities that Spurs missed as well. I think Spurs didn't seem to miss Harry Kane at all. So it's remains to be seen whether
the
Kane,
crowd sang, "Are you watching this, Harry Kane?"
Yeah, the crowd sang, "Are you watching this, Harry Kane?" So it was interesting. And there are two more upsets that I think one you had already talked about, Brentford versus Arsenal. Like I said in the predictions, Arsenal are going to have it tough. I think the quality of the team seems to be not good enough, and Arteta seems to be missing the plot, and I think Arsenal are going to struggle. So we already touched upon that. The other upset was Watford winning over Aston Villa. So the pre-season hype was all about Aston Villa having a good season, and with a lot of good signings like Leon Bailey and Buendia and also Danny Ings. So Aston Villa are predicted to be having was predicted to have a very good season. But Watford promoted this year to the Premier League. I think they won 3-2 over Aston Villa. So that's a bit of an upset. Remains to be seen whether how Aston Villa comes back from this.
It's only the first game of the season, but when you sign so many players, so many quality players, I think you should be winning against Watford.
Yeah, right.
And nonetheless, even though if it's the first game only, I think you should win against Watford. Villa are, I think, are any day better team than Watford.
Right. I think it may take a couple of matches for them for the team to settle and come back. Let's
yeah,
see.
like Chelsea last season.
Yes. So that was an interesting match week 1. As I said, the contenders have laid the markers. United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs seems to be very strong, and City have struggled a bit. So let's see how the match week 2 goes. We'll come back with the review of match week 2 next Monday. Until then, it's me, Swami, and
I'm Ashwant.
see you.
Bye.